try and make this as quick as possible because I imagine a lot of people really want a cigarette, me included. So I'm going to also kind of start with a translation. So I'm going to do a short Old English translation I did and then a response to that. So the book moth. When I heard about a moth who devoured words, it seemed to me a curious thing that this worm swallowed the speech of some, a theft in dark ignorance, a phrase fastened to glory, and its place fixed in the world. The thieving guest was no wiser despite swallowing these words. So then this is my little response to it. Worm in the pool. I have just finished 52 laps of the pool and broke my previous record and my breath to keep up with the lane adjacent. I always swim at noon when pensioners pride themselves on still being able to move. I haul myself from the pool's blind spot, my arms dissolve in ripples, my broken breathing leaves me with the lockers where the money turns and the door slams shut my remaining sweat, ready to shower with trunk still on and stomach pulled through. The showers are inconsistent in their temperature. I drown my gaze in the shallow puddle to ignore the pool fresh men. In the bend to get my shampoo, something curious floats into view. Under the man staring at me whose skin was paler than his politics, a worm cocooned in warm summer rain wiggled between his thighs unassumed. Play-Doh soft and vulnerable, a tissue not fit to blow my nose on, a present stroked even with my eyes closed. David Attenborough never probably saw this species, unable to tell its taxonomy or its endangered status. It didn't seem rich enough to employ my skills, nor did its adaptation slowly grow over time to persuade me. But to think that this is the source of power, this worm has ruled the world, burst oil pipes, lit forest fires, spat out lies, divided homes, caged us brutally and judged us cruel, a gun that shot so well even the stars went green, the key to success and fame, the weakness that is his shame. I try not to laugh at everything that worm claims to do and pretends not to know. It was no bigger despite destroying the world, still little and soft like tissue folds. I could rip it up if I wanted to, that worm wriggling in the pool. Okay, so that's that. And then, so much easier when you're not on stage. Okay. There we are. Okay. So this next one again is not completely finished, but I finally fallen in love with Frank Ocean and his music about time. So this is kind of a public apology for not liking him sooner. Dear Mr. Frank Ocean, I am writing this letter to publicly apologise for the way I have behaved towards you and your work. Over the past few years, I span your gold into wheated deceit and sought fault in your jacket creases and musical beats. I became a blade-crowned bully with every white lie across my face as I tried to bury your passion-saving lips and dismiss them as your only salvation. What I'm about to say is not an excuse, but an atlas of my anxiety. I believe the hairline cracks of my foundations bubbled like boiled tea and crystallized like water left out for ages. A tornado flew around my mind when you came. As my outer ears lost your baseline beats, purposefully remade them to earth crust tremble through my weak body. Between the white lines, I excavated the faults within and displayed them in your trophy case. My grenade smoke of body talent and disgrace was lost in the heat of it all. Excuse the mess it made. I sacrificed you, one of God's prototypes, and formed your clay-like image into the chimera of insecurity. You were the martyr in my unjust war against myself, the collateral, and I, the damaged. Perhaps because my parents weren't around enough, or because my skin dreamed outside school and family, or because we live in time so fast I compensate. Again, this is not an excuse but a map to follow to the present. My sense fed through outer mud, open to your hymns, healed the ghosts of absent worth. There is nothing like this type of view. Your strings made my bus journey a vast landscape, and your voice a quiet day in bed. The curtains now blow like sails about to take off with my bed. I listen to your music on the way to work when I need wine and fags, or when I need to believe I am not an emotional discoverer. I nod my head, don't close my eyes. It's the same way your passion-sailing lips showed me. You are the master of your passion crafts, able to turn your hands to the piano, the camera, and then the pen. Your breath reminds me of Renaissance Rome, where statues stand to touch the heavens. I make marble monuments of your myths, but now without the upstream journey to chisel veins that crumble at the softest touch. You are the vision of inspiration that trickles down to me in my waters, my writing paper. This letter attests to that. Thank you. I duly credit my friend Alice, who has persisted in making me listen to your music and cut the anchor of history. She was tireless in her campaign. Her reaction when I confessed that I like you and your work was a just chord of righteous pleasure. We are singing arpeggios now and are more harmony than ever. From the soapbox, I apologise to my friends who I brushed away like sand for their oil painting look at you. Sorry again. I hope you answer this dust apology and remember that absence is an answer too. I hope this may begin to thread my mouth and heart together into comfort blankets for the rough seas ahead. I would like to finally thank you for reading this letter or even considering it, and for your God-giving work. Please regard me, dear George Reiner. Okay, last one I promise, and then we can all go and have a pint and a cigarette. So, a loose mask. I am sick and tired of your shit. Your anecdotes are a fucking cul-de-sac of conversation. Your laugh is as harmful as the non-infectious disease, and your ideas are half-baked like your cooking. And you know what? If you were a spice, you would be supermarket brand plain, not self-raising but plain flour. You never shared your french fries with me, not once, and you always hugged the joint and never chipped it for any parties. Your hugs are fish market clammy, and your massages feel like a fledgling falcon's first kill. The way you treated your dog was definitely breaking some laws of state or nature. I have seen better skateboarding tricks from pugs on the internet. You're a snake who doesn't know how to use your actual snake, and I only said the sex was decent as I was probably high. Your dreams are bland and textbook copies of bad Hollywood films. Your own films look like that of a child, but somehow without the rawness and sincerity that implies. And the tea you made was weak like your spine, and your coffee consumption pretentious, and you somehow managed to speak only about yourself and somehow say absolutely nothing. And even when something did crawl through your ego as problematic as fuck, and I had to apologise for it, your vanity made Narcissus turn back into a human despite the fact that no one could applaud your fashion choices, despite the fact I hate how much I find you attractive. Your tattoos are not unique. I have seen 3 different studios on the street advertising the same designs. And the way you shy away from eye contact is unnerving. I know what you're hiding from me behind your fuzzy-making smile. Your communication is outer space silent. But somehow, you always manage to say the right thing at the last minute. None of my friends liked you anyway. Even my mum, when I only mentioned you to her, said he doesn't seem like a nice person. Your flirting is shot for, and your morality, Freddo cheap. Back when Freddos were 5p. I know you've been on grind the entire time. And also, fuck you for not remembering my birthday. You have no idea what the fuck you want, leaving me in... Oh, he texted back.